One of the most toxic things that you can do in a relationship to yourself, remember, you do this to yourself, is going through your partner's social media and looking at who they're following, who's following them, who's liking what post, looking at the engagement and trying to microanalyze every single interaction that occurs on the social media to see if there's something going on behind your back. You do this to yourself. It's one of the lowest places to be, and it's a true sign that trust is broken in the relationship. Finding that evidence is a good thing in theory, but it's honestly one of the most destructive things that anybody can go through, because everything that you doubted, everything that you just like knew was happening is actually real. Like that nightmare becomes a reality. And that person that was like, you're crazy, I promise I would never do anything like that, you're absolutely wild for thinking that, no, it's just this, that, and the third, they're not the same person that you thought they were. And you now have to redefine who that person is in your head from the past. And now you have to reconstruct the future without that person, or with the mindset that this person is the person that they are. And that's really traumatizing. It's a mental mind fuck to a degree that you can't even understand.
When you start going through your partner's social media looking for something, chances are you're going to find something, okay? Not because they're doing something wrong, but because when you're already suspicious, even harmless things start looking like red flags. A like, a comment, an old picture, a follow, it can all get twisted in your head when trust is already shaky. And once you go down that rabbit hole, it's hard to come back up without feeling more anxious, more angry, more hurt. Doing that kind of digging might give you a temporary sense of control, but it actually causes long-term damage, builds resentment both ways. You start to feel like you're always on the edge, waiting for a slip up, and they start to feel like they're being watched or judged over time, over the little things. That creates distance. Relationships need room to breathe. And when everything becomes a gotcha moment, the connection starts to feel more like a trap than a partnership, right? Trust is the foundation. Once that cracks, everything else starts to fall apart. When one partner feels they have to investigate the other just to feel secure, it's a sign that either the communication is broken down or something deeper is going on. Instead of going through people's phones and accounts and bullshit like that, it's better to talk about your insecurities openly and honestly, though. If you can't do that, then the relationship isn't in a healthy place. And no matter what you find online, it ain't going to help you. Truthfully, if you keep looking for the worst, you will eventually ruin the best parts of your relationship. You got to ask yourself, do you really want peace or you want proof? Because you can't build love on fear and suspicion. If you feel like you can't trust your partner, that's something to face directly, not scroll through social media to find it. Healing starts when both partners can be honest with each other and damn sure with themselves.